entertaining and it's free. When for a second I thought I saw a chariot race, and then I blinked and it was gone. Then I was watching the president speak. It's been on every night this week. When for a second I thought I heard him speak in Latin, as if to me alone. In Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. While Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. I was playing my guitar while Rome burns. There are no heroes anymore, and it made sense. So I walked on the block and the whole world looked like a 60s protest song. Someone quoted Sophocles, but people passed in by to browse the video store for a porno flick to buy or rent. And Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. While Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. I was playing my guitar. And they say they found a Virgin Mary made of mostly toast. I've been face to face with Jesus, man, but you won't hear me boast. I had questions just to ask, I don't remember what he said. When the way where we were walking went up like Armageddon. Rome burns, Rome burns, Rome burns. I was playing my guitar. While Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. People will say whatever you believe is cool, but we reserve the right to crucify the dissidents on our internet spikes. That will hurt like hell. Nero smoked his Havanas outside Java Joe's. He's been talking about burning down the town. He says it doesn't matter who you find to blame, kid. We'll rebuild in your image just as well. And Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. While Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. I was playing my guitar. While Rome burns, I was playing my guitar. It's actually a really old song. I used to be a terrible poet. Which is not to say that I'm a good poet now, but I used to be terrible. As in, I made a creative writing teacher cry. I became a better poet, not a great poet, but a better poet, as I became aware of other poetry. So I thought I would do right now two that inspired me, and then the poem that was inspired by these poems. The first is by Denise Levertov, and the second is by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. And perhaps you will hear the theme in them, because that's also the theme in the piece that I will do. I've gotten to mind because I'll bring some music into it, even though I'm still basically doing a spoken word piece over the music. Okay, so here we go. That dog with daisies for eyes, who flashes forth flame of his very self at every bark, is the dog of art. Worked in wool, his blind eyes look inward to caverns and jewels which they see perfectly, and his voice measures forth a treasure in music sharp and loud, sharp and bright, bright flaming barks and growling smoky soft. The dog of art turns to the world the quietness of his eyes. The dog trots freely in the street and sees reality, and the things he sees are bigger than himself, and the things he sees are his reality. Drunks in doorways, moons on trees, the dog trots freely through the street, and the things he sees are smaller than himself. Fish on newsprint, ants in holes, chickens in Chinatown windows, their heads a block away. The dog trots freely in the street, and the things he smells smell something like himself. The dog trots freely in the street, past puddles and babies, cats and cigars, pool rooms and policemen. He doesn't hate cops, he merely has no use for them. And he goes past them, and past the dead cows hung up whole in front of the San Francisco meat market. He would rather eat a tender cow than a tough policeman, though either might do. And he goes past the Romeo Ravioli factory, and past Coit's Tower, and past Congressman Doyle. He's afraid of Coit's Tower, but he's not afraid of Congressman Doyle, though what he hears is very discouraging, very depressing, very absurd to a sad young dog like himself, to a serious dog like himself. But he has his own free will to live in, his own fleas to eat. He will not be muzzled. Congressman Doyle is just another fire hydrant to him. The dog trots freely in the street and has his own dog's life to live and to think about and to reflect upon, touching and tasting and testing everything, investigating everything, without benefit of perjury. A real realist with a real tale to tell, and a real tale to tell it with. A real live barking democratic dog engaged in real free enterprise with something to say about ontology, something to say about reality and how to see it and how to hear it, with his head cocked sideways at street corners as if he is just about to have his picture taken for Victor Records, listening for his master's voice and looking like a living question mark into the great gramophone of puzzling existence, with its wondrous hollow horn which always seems just about to spout forth some victorious answer to everything. The dog walks down the streets of town like he thinks he owns the road, like an urban sultan past his harem. He lives in a world of looking glass tires and the mirrored mailbox things, and and he glances casually at the men he can't afford. And he don't give a damn about the political man. It just seems like a fire hydrant to him. And the fax machines and the laser beams and things dogs don't understand just seemed like a fire hydrant to him. Now the pretty people piece together a rainbow of truth, while the dog sees things in grey, black and white. You can call him stupid while he's howling at the moon tonight. It's okay, because in the end everything's alright. And the men in white with their apocalyptic signs just seem like a fire hydrant to him. And the cats up in the trees and the street refugees just seem like a fire hydrant to him. The dog thinks real, the things he feels. He digs staccato sense in glass. He jams past the porter with his pompous groove. The dog digs Plato and his imaginary friend. He can sky that special kind of jazz. He goes shibba-dibba-dibba, shibba-dibba-da, dibba-da-da, dibba-da-da, dibba-da-da-da, dibba-da, dibba-da, dibba-da-da-da-da, da-ba-da-da-da, da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. And he don't give a damn about the polyester prints. It just seems like a fire hydrant to him. And the fax machines and the laser beams and things dogs don't understand just seem like a fire hydrant to him.